Tattooing is a true art form.
The last unknown art form.
Tattooing has evolved light years from where I started. And that was in the summer of '75. I never would have believed that tattooing would ever become what it is today.
It's beyond what's happening in commercial illustration, not to mention the added dimension of it being on the body. The changes that have happened are really an extension of the changes that were already happening, but it's gotten faster and more dizzying in the pace that it's happening at.
Tattoos run the gamut these days, from extreme to subtle, and there's a place for everything and a place to get everything, and you can get almost anything you want. Sky's the limit. I mean, anything that can be put on canvas or paper can now be put on skin.
The art itself, just because of the unique personalities that are involved, it's breeding this very exciting, visionary art.
The art has evolved to such a point, it's just phenomenal. It's unbelievable the kind of stuff that's being put on.
People that believe in stereotypes don't allow themselves to see what we do as art. Outside of the walls of the tattoo world, there is a real barrier between us and them. One part of me likes that barrier. We like being different, like being separate from the norm. However, on the other side of the coin, we are accomplished artists. Tattoo artists are, as far as I'm concerned, some of the most accomplished artists in the world. What we do is very unique.
The days of going into a tattoo shop, picking something off the wall and getting it slapped on you, I guess that'll always have its place, but it's really becoming the minority. Nowadays, people want custom stuff. They want something that's custom for them that nobody else is going to have.
The freehand tattooing is a lot more unique as far as what you actually give your customer. When you draw on a person's body, it's not a flat piece of paper. You really want to make sure that it looks good when the person moves with it. Between that and the vibe you get from the customer, it really gives it something a lot more unique.
The trust involved more than anything is the clear understanding between the client and the artist that it is the client who's wearing it, it is their concept, it's your interpretation as a tattoo artist making that concept complement their body. The movement of the human body is so intricate. You really have to think about the big picture. Aging, weight fluctuates, all those factors become very, very much key. The design can be phenomenal if it's not laid out correct. If the flow is not correct, it will lose everything. This, I think, what makes some tattoos really take it to the next level. There's a certain human nature of pushing your envelope as an artist. Someone who paints on canvas or writes poetry, if you have a bad day, you leave the room, come back later when you're feeling better. We don't have that option. And because we don't have that option, we progress at a faster rate.
Nobody could look at it and say it's not art. It's so complex, so in-depth with the way things are being done now.
We all work really hard to progress our art, and any visual artist wants recognition. One of the things that made them a visual artist in the first place is because they can't communicate like normal people. But we still have something to say. We still need to express ourselves, so we do it visually.
You got guys like Paul Booth, Philip Liu. I mean, these guys are pushing so many boundaries. They're doing stuff that on canvas would be hard to pull off, or on paper would be hard to pull off. They're doing it on skin.
Started out at Tattoo the Earth 2000. Philip and I decided to do collaborative tattoo. We weren't really sure who or what we were going to do. We just thought it would be really cool to work on one tattoo together and let it evolve and mutate into something.
This is going to be one big hiding of mistakes. From the minute we start, it's going to be, oh, I got to fix that. And the whole tattoo is going to be fixing it.
Ryan from Mudvayne ended up being our candidate. He came up to us saying, man, I just want to get tattooed by both of you while we're here on this tour, you know? And me and Philip looked at each other and said, well, you know, we can do that. How about we work on you together? And just kind of joking, thinking he was going to just chicken out, you know? And he was actually really into it.
You guys, I mean, realize I'm so excited about this. This is huge for me, you know.
We're all excited.
This is amazing. I'm so stoked. So whatever whatever ends up being here, wherever it's going to be, I don't even know where it's going to be at.
It was something that I'd never tried. To really just wing it.
You know, my whole approach to tattooing has always been very methodic. I see my father do tattoos without any paper, no drawing, no paperwork. Just grabs a fucking machine and goes with it. And I've always been really excited about it, but never really gotten into it.
Yeah.
Total freestyle, no drawings. To really just practice a form of Zen tattooing that I didn't do. My father had done before, but I never tried. To just basically let it go, let it flow, and just mark the skin with pleasant shapes. I don't know about you, but I had full black and white, merely for the time involved.
Sure.
No, I agree. I mean,
I think we can do more work.
Yeah, because we're dealing with textures and shapes and like values and things that, like, I think we both, just feel more comfortable.
Yeah.
Color around it, like a great piece forever. I mean,
I love it.
We made this like the center color.
yeah. I was just expecting my idea before we started as well.
We started out just drawing a grid with marker on Ryan's chest, just as a guideline. We put a circle in the center and decided that would probably become an eyeball.
They're just looking at you like you're on a slab at the morgue.
I don't know these people. I was hitchhiking.
laid him down and just started shading the eyeball. We're both shading one side of the eyeball, and we're both afraid to leave the eyeball. It was like the magic circle, you know, and who would be the first to jump out of the circle. We ended up just simultaneously just stepping outside of the eyeball and letting it go. We had no plan, no direction, no nothing. That was what made it fun. There was no plan. There were no rules. It was just take the needle and just make shapes.
See, this one looks like a face line on the side, that's eyes.
When we were looking at this tattoo, and I couldn't have done this on my own. I've never come up with this on my own, neither would Paul.
I think we called it Doodling by Satan and the Tree Hugger. It turned out to be a pretty interesting, definitely a one-of-a-kind tattoo.
But I want them to look at it and ask what it's about. I'm going to tell them nothing. I want them to be flabbergasted. It's about everything. It's about nothing.
It's really cool to share one brain for a tattoo. You know, it's about as intense as it probably can get as a tattoo artist.
I'm really grateful, I must say, to Ryan, because he had total faith in us. He opened a new road, put our ideas into action.
Ryan's tattoo was the birth of a new idea. And we were really excited to try this out again. Being on a music tour, we knew going out that there were going to be venues that wouldn't let us tattoo.
Before we went on the tour, me and Philip thought that if in case we can't tattoo, we bought some drawing paper and we bought some charcoal. We didn't tell anyone and we just brought it over. And it did happen that we couldn't tattoo some states in America, so we started drawing.
We spent about 2 or 3 hours rotating our spots, working on each piece together. It started out, it was a bit nervous, you know, you don't know what direction you're heading in. We got a crowd of like 50 people behind us. You could feel the hairs on the back of your neck standing up, because what if it doesn't look good? It was the first time we did it, so we had no idea what to expect. We had art students sitting there, we had music people with no tattoos, we had kids that came there to see Slipknot and Slayer standing there that actually watched us draw rather than go see the bands play. The money they spent to go see the bands play, they forgot all about the bands. They were so into what we were doing. I thought the whole concept was really interesting, and I wanted to see what would happen if we introduced it to the tattoo community and how they would grab it. Following year, we did the Massachusetts Tattoo Festival and had the opportunity to put both aspects of ArtFusion, the stage performance on paper as well as the collaborative tattooing, showcase it on a stage, present it to the public as well as our peers. was almost like we created collaboration fever. Everybody started doing it. At first, artists would hesitate getting up in front of the public like that. I knew that once they jumped in with both feet and tried it, they were going to love it. Artists were getting together at their stations around the convention floor, doing collaborative work. Artists were in the collaborative showcase, up on the stage drawing together. What was cool was it was a fever for the fans too. The public was totally intrigued with the way everybody was working together. It's kind of funny because at first we weren't really sure if we were going to be able to get customers in the chair for this collaborative stuff. Definitely a painful experience. But we were wrong. They caught on immediately. All these new styles were appearing left and right. Every collaborative was changing dynamically. I was watching artists jump off the stage after a drawing performance and running right back and collaborating with their friends. The performance aspect of ArtFusion is great for the crowd, but we wanted to deliver something that would hit home with the artists on a more intimate level. Doing the ArtFusion camp was just that opportunity.
Say where you're from also. New York.
Switzerland.
Italia.
My name is Matthew Amy. I'm from Delaware.
I'm Sabine Gaffman from Berlin, Germany.
Tim from Honduras.
I'm Tito from Ibiza.
I'm Jürgen from Sweden.
Michael from Sweden.
I'm Salvio from Italy.
I'm Mark from Genova, Italy.
I'm Frank from Holland.
David from France.
Raphael from Switzerland.
Oli from Germany. Chito from Holland.
We want to have everybody kind of work together. There's people you want to get together with and work on a project. The idea is to help each other work together, get to know each other more, learn from each other, teach each other. It's a level playing field. So we're going to start with backgrounds, no brushes yet. We're going to focus on coming up with an idea and just sponging the background on to start with. We found that in the past it gets really messy. Everyone jumps in and just starts brushing and not thinking about the big picture. So we're going to approach it a little differently this time.
You know, you're fucking a face right away, right? It's easy. Don't worry about it. You just play with things. Slowly it'll come together, and then you see things you like, then you start to work on it. And you don't have to work with this stuff also, you can get in there and you can do so much with this if you wanted to.
Yeah, actually planning maybe just doing like a big flow sort of thing and drag, but not the main thing.
Okay. No, we have to just decide.
No.
We want
what was your idea?
Jump some natural.
It's nice to meet other tattoo artists and not have any competition and ego and work together.
Yeah, we put it part of more civilization.
I would still say that we do some more background, because I feel like if we do, like, for example, if we do this lettering thing here, then the background more or less stays there. When we have, like, can make a frame like this, so this part is like kind of, it stays like it is. So maybe we should do more so it can be like it is, and then we just paint on top of it.
Times where I felt like I'm the only one that, you know, in the little hole that is the creative one, and everybody else, you know, gets their influence from me, but I don't get anything back, you know. I felt like very one-sided, and like this, it's such a completely sharing thing from every side. It's very moving. On the canvas, it's really weird, because it's on one hand, yeah, it's just so creative to do all this together, and you get there's something already there, and you have to find where the hole is and maybe add something, and it's not just like you have an idea and you just slap it on, or at least I don't see it like this.
It's not orange, it's offbeat. It is red, but it's like in between, like very bright red.
I'm trying to see the whole picture and try to get the idea of the picture, and then like go and try to help the picture go into the direction where it goes. It's always changing, so you have to always readjust yourself to the direction where it goes. And you maybe you move on into the room and do some other things, and you come back and you're like, oops, you know, the direction is somewhere else, and you have to readjust again. So it's kind of, it's a good training, I guess, also for the mind.
What are you making? Flowers, branches. I'm working on the sky right now.
I'll follow you through over here. You agree with laying in already to coming back with grays on top after and blacks to refine later, like when put shadow work into it, or are you going to keep this real light?
No, but I don't want to use black. I want to use complementary colors to build the shadows. Yes, thank you.
I want to put the pearl in the middle, you know, and wrap the dragon around it. And make it work, yeah?
I think because you guys have the idea, just kind of go with their main thing, and then I can do small details, and that way it's still your concept.
Yeah, I think just these paintings get the best effect in the end, you know? Really just stick to one thing, with one thing.
Yeah, I'm fine with that.
There's not 1 minute I don't learn nothing. I keep watching people, the way they hold the brushes, the way they work. I learn all the time, all day long, every time I'm doing it.
With ArtFusion, in a controlled art school institutional situation, it could be just become a class on its own, a collaborative painting class.
You see, the neck is too small, it comes from here. The neck is too large.
Students that I've taught, we've done collaborative drawing. Get a roll of paper, put it across the wall, maybe 10, 15 students drawing something, and then they rotate and draw on top of their drawings together. I think a lot of teachers at art schools don't necessarily go about it that way because they're afraid that students won't respond to it. For no other reason. Just the fear of, oh, the students aren't going to want to do it. So they don't even give it an opportunity.
One of the last things we'll do will be the raise over the, after we paint the flowers in, you know, and as they deteriorate. Yeah, exactly, yeah. Well, you wouldn't necessarily, you'd move that out of there and bring it down here.
Yeah.
You know, the natural tendency is to always put the white dot in the pupil, but it's not necessarily the case, especially if the black dot is in a shadow, you know. So your white dot would actually probably sit about here.
I was really pleased with the outcome of the camp. Everybody left really excited and pumped up. The artwork was tremendous. I actually couldn't wait for tomorrow to see the public's response to this at the convention.
I'm really open my eyes for what other people do, give you a lot of energy to impact. In ArtFusion stage, it's everything different. You know time. You're there, and there you have to give. What you give is there. That's it. No pause, no any stop, interrupt your feeling. It has to be there for these 2 hours. Every 4 minutes change from one create to another, different paint to another, and there you are. So you cannot escape on it. You have to give.
ArtFusion is not new. ArtFusion's been done in the 60s or even before with all painters, but it's never been as big with as many different countries and different people. It's always been like few painters together or comic book artists together, but it's never been such a big thing.
This is more what I think what Philip and Paul's plan probably is to bringing people together and just, yeah, get creative together and being more social than it usually maybe is. Definitely breaks borders.
After this ArtFusion, I draw on the skin like I've been doing this like in the last 5-6 years. I just draw on the skin and not impact. I don't imprint any picture, but I draw on the skin. This ArtFusion helped me a lot for this because think like maybe background. I know myself really good on images. Maybe I'm a bit unexplored on a background or other things or other different shadow which I'm not used to use. And ArtFusion give me more learn how to see different light coming from everywhere. Because you know, drawing is amazing word. You can draw light coming from here, light from there, background, and this is it's a photography, live photography. So you learn from others what you never do from yourself. And I can feel much more sure now to draw things I never draw because I learn at the same time drawing with the others.
I like all the people in this track. The little party, right? We're tracking over there.
Yeah, who put that? And the fish.
Helicopter is crazy.
This ArtFusion movement has become a major part of my life. Every year I make it a point to spend time with Philip and Tatine in Switzerland and paint together. Not really for anybody to see, just for ourselves.
I don't come up here nearly enough. I wish I could come up here monthly. We have such busy schedules and we live in different parts of the world, you know, and we all wish we lived closer. Well, not only for painting, but our friendship. Philip and Tatine hate traveling a lot more than I do. And this space here is a lot better than my space in New York. I don't have much space in New York, so coming here, it's like we're out in the middle of nowhere, up in the mountains in Switzerland where no one's gonna bother us. And we're away from everything and we're just in our own space. I have no interest in stopping tattooing. Painting and tattooing enhance each other. My creative process remains the same. I mean, I'm trying to evolve it and change it, but at the core, that creative process, I apply to painting, tattooing, whatever it may be. My work is more illustrative and it lacks that visual poetry. I don't have nearly as much as that as I'd like to have. And Philip has that, so I'm always intrigued with getting in his head.
Maybe this time we bring over a certain spectrum as well, the color.
Yeah.
I noticed you were haphazardly just moved the
I said I don't want to make too many plans, you know? I want to kind of let it evolve as much as we can.
So what are we gonna paint?
Well, let's not paint any fish.
That would be
Or
hard.
birds. Birds.
That would be very hard.
Or faces.
Oh.
Thanks.
No faces.
And we had to fancy down. Dirt.
I have always seen Sarah harboring more creative energy and potential than she ever gives herself credit for. Going out to Switzerland to paint with Philip and Tatine was a great opportunity for Sarah to explore her creativity in a private, comfortable setting.
Usually you have nothing to lose. It's just art. I always liked art. I always did art. Art class was always my favorite class. Growing up, I always was drawing or sewing or doing something or, you know, building shit with my dad and working with, you know, wood or whatever. I just have always been a hands-on kind of creative person. I don't really take anything very seriously. Color smush. Color smush. I'm just literally smudging shit. I know Tatine and Philip and Paul have more wherewithal and like they're way better at planning ahead, so they will try and get the general shape or idea of something. I just make a mess.
It is the art that I love.
Maybe a smaller version with smaller dots.
Philip? Wow. Philip is a trip. I couldn't describe Philip to anyone. You have to get to know Philip. There's the superficial Philip that you see at conventions and magazines and that stuff, but it's different when you spend time one-on-one with him. He's an extraordinary person. He's very intelligent. He's very well-traveled and worldly and street smart, and he's funny, and he's an incredible artist, and he's I don't know. Philip is Philip. He's amazing. He's an artist. He's a true artist.
Yeah, they made it come off.
Yeah.
Tatine is just, she's incredible. She's sweet and she's giving, but she's also a bitch. You don't fuck with Tatine and you don't cross Tatine. And she's a tattooed lady. That's what it is. And she carries herself like a fucking lady. It's very cool to paint with Tatine. She's definitely an inspiration to me. She's helped me a lot adjust to this crazy world that we live in. And being surrounded by artists is just, it's a trip, and it's a fun trip. It's wild, and it's crazy, and it's fun to explore your head and your brain and your art and what's inside you. She's my favorite person to paint with, period. Just by watching her, I learn little things. It seems like she can just do anything. She can paint anything. I totally dig what she does, and she helps me. And, you know, I ask her for help, and she enjoys it.
It's important to take time to be a student and not just a teacher. If you're just a teacher, you're not going to learn. You have to be a student at the same time.
Too small. So in painting, you always exaggerate a little bit. It always looks better.
It's like, I'm thinking under-exaggerating rather than over-exaggerating to make it look farther away towards the sky, you know?
We've experimented with being a teacher for a painting and just a teacher for a painting to expose ourselves to each other.
Did you sketch this woman in here?
Yeah.
That's good.
She's kind of floating above the horizon with her legs crossed so far.
No arms, right?
She had arms, but I just couldn't figure out how to put. They were either crossed in front of her, and it could be, or even.
I see the arm then.
Yeah, yeah.
Fingers down.
Yeah, I'm gonna down.
She's leaning on something.
Down here, your hand.
I really like this being the snout on this face.
Oh,
It's
it
almost
still is.
horse-like.
Yeah, it still will be.
What's this thing?
This is her forearm. See the
Oh,
hand?
I see it,
See
I
the
see it.
tits and these are the two knees. And
Yeah.
it's like the foot coming under here.
Yeah.
She has one arm that disappears like this, and
I
one
couldn't
like
make
that.
it out. That's cool.
Yeah, she's
I
kind
saw
of being
it.
strung by her hair.
That's cool. That's very cool.
It's like a surreal robot girl or something.
Yeah.
Started with white, I reckon, get all the lines in white.
If we could fucking,
It's just all chalk
if we
on
could
there,
dial
nothing's
that in
painted.
and be able to look individually at this face,
That
this
face, or her.
the face, or her,
Yeah.
that would
Yeah.
be pretty good.
Yeah.
It's going to be tricky though.
I think white is again the way to go.
Yeah, yeah, just white highlights suggesting it.
Yeah, all this. I just drew her in with chalk, so none of that painted on.
How you doing?
All right.
Little artist you.
Sometimes I'll do something and I think it's like not gonna work, or it's gonna be totally just, everybody's gonna be like, no, 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 or, and then they're like, wow, that's awesome, that totally works there, I never thought of that, or sometimes it's, wow, I was seeing that too, but I couldn't quite figure out how to fit it in there, and that's cool, you did
We
it.
gotta finish the puppet. We gotta finish the puppet before we do anything else.
Okay.
So we can go over the puppet with that.
Okay, what's bugging you with him? The distorted proportions is fine since he's a
That's
ragdoll,
fine. Yeah,
right?
yeah. That's fine.
The texture is no good.
No, yeah,
He
the
doesn't
texture.
look like a puppet.
Yeah, he needs
looks like a
stitches
vegetable.
He needs more like separated parts.
Yeah.
Like joints.
Yeah,
Like,
stitched joints. It's funny because Sarah is like the accidental teacher. She doesn't even realize what she's coming up with, yet what she's coming up with is so powerful, it's teaching us. It works much better with that.
You just gotta fix her titty now.
I nixed that hand. That hand was too contrived. It was forced. It was, that hand didn't need to be there. I don't know, it was just obvious to me. I mean, sometimes somebody's just gotta come in with their naive, you know, non-art perspective like I have and just say, no, 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 it's all wrong.
I'm very happy that you accepted to work on me. I'm very excited for this opportunity.
Any excuse for us to play together is always.
Yeah, we have it. You know, but
it's fun for us.
Total
Yes.
liberty. You're free to work on me.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Cool.
I'm gonna come in with the shader. I'm not gonna do any line work.
Fine, we're supposed to start with shading.
And just start making flow shapes and stuff. Okay. And just let it go where it's gonna
So
go.
how about we both map in the bottom?
And then we can darken down areas of it as it starts to form, you know?
Okay. Yeah, loose
Yeah,
layout.
yeah. We ready? Dun dun dun.
Bene.
Yeah.
Yeah, start.
lighter grays, like something spherical in here, obviously.
Then this dark in this section.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
This whole section is dark. This comes light from Harvey's into here.
Yeah.
By working with black ink only, we guarantee that when it heals, it'll have the same values.
Yeah, exactly. That's a full-on collaboration.
Yeah, I'd love to do a body.
Yeah.
È strano.
Strano.
Non c'è una parte, tutto si lega con il resto. È speciale. È speciale.
Look what I love.
Absolutely special.
Absolutely special.
How about there is no part because every part is mixing. Is the right word? I don't know.
Yeah, we work on top of each other, everything. Yeah. Does make me think about like more fun in tattooing, concept tattooing.
Oh, yeah, approach it like an ArtFusion painting, do all the background first, and yeah, that'd be cool.
But I make that disappear right on the horizon.
Yeah, because that other line's not going to be there, so. Dude, I think we're onto something with this one. I'm liking it more and more. Okay, it wouldn't be a crosshair. It would be at 180 degrees.
Yes.
So
the relativity to the circle.
Right.
Now the one on the left would angle inwards and stab the woman in the chest on the other side. Because of its...
Wait, what do you mean?
This one will travel in this direction. Yeah. Good. Shoot into the giant. How do we come up with this shit? Is it worth anything?
We're pushing our limits. Isn't that worth itself?
Hopefully.
Aren't you going to get more satisfaction out of this if this works? Like, imagine if this works the way we're talking about. Aren't you going to be that much more happy about it? Come on, you're like talking to a kindergartner.
Philip's a fucking hippie. He doesn't want to deal with conflict and like anger. He just wants things to be happy and just flow nice and go well. And like Paul starts getting angry, Philip definitely backs off, and Tatine's the one that'll step in there and say, Paul, what the fuck? You're fucking up the painting because you're getting mad and nobody wants to work with you.
This has to come down to the butt. That's part of the problem, because this is closer than her. It wouldn't sit on the horizon line.
Fuck is this paint?
I know, I'm being totally anal retentive.
I hope the girls like it.
Me too. They're gonna kick our ass if they don't. What? Don't worry about it?
That's gonna need surgery. We're gonna have to paint it straight white and then go back to orange tint. That blue circle.
You're gonna have to what?
Make it white and then orange.
Sure.
Yes.
You want to change it to orange?
Well, what did you think? Color coded, remember?
So it's like this in the back side of the head, but not the front side of the...
Well, I gotta do the front side.
Maybe not, maybe that's in shadow.
No, it's gotta come closer.
Fair enough.
My personal work is evolving as a result of these experiences. I am loosening up on my own. You know, I see it happening. It's a slow process. It excites me. It makes me want to paint more because I want to see where I'm going to go. I think that what I bring home from ArtFusion or from these collaborative paintings with my friends is enormous in the sense of teaching me to change up my art.
Wow, we really pulled something off. You know, I feel like I could never be truly satisfied. I can call a painting finished time and time again, but every time I sit down and look at it again, I still either feel I turned the screw too tight or I didn't turn it tight enough. That could go on forever. I guess that's something that really is in the individual and their nature.
He can say that it's women's power over men.
Women's power over men. Who says they're men? I guess they're men.
No tits.
They don't have tits. What do you think, Sarah?
The varnish does wonders.
I think everybody's kind of a fuck up and a fucking loser in their own way, whether you admit it to yourself or not. We've always grown up feeling like outcasts. We've always felt different. That's one thing that brings us together.
Juxtaposed with the straight triangulated lines and mathematics, but it has the different styles and approaches mixed together to create a weird, chaotic balance. Does that make any sense, or do I sound like that? I think trying to look at it from an outside perspective is what helps you come to terms with the painting's completion and reach some sort of closure. I think what really amazes me about this particular painting the most is Sarah's contribution. And she may not even realize it, but this painting to me is all about Sarah.
It's a good time. Creating is fun, and it's cool to be around other creative people. It's inspiring. I see it growing into something bigger. I hope that it'll turn into something bigger. That would be really cool. I don't see it happening in our lifetime. I don't really believe that anything truly great is recognized till the people are long, dead.
I suppose there's any number of definitions. In my case, I'm a specialist in contemporary art, which may or may not be different than fine art. Of course, there's decorative arts, there's tattoo art, contemporary art, historical art. So I'm not entirely sure, to tell you the truth, what a precise definition of fine art would be. I think it was Picasso, maybe, that said, when he was asked, what makes a great work of art? And he replied, time.
We're very happy to be here tonight. This is the ArtFusion Experiment. I'd like to announce each artist that's going to be working on canvases for you tonight. Philip Liu from Switzerland. Titine Liu, also from Switzerland. Paul Booth from New York City. Guy Atchison from Hyperspace Studios in Illinois.
I'm not very good with microphones, but I want to give you guys a little bit of background on what this is all about.
I was so nervous at the National Arts Club. I'm a visual artist. I don't like to get up in front of people and talk. And this was my time to represent ArtFusion and try and explain to the public what it's all about as quickly as possible And I really tend to ramble on when I get talking. I remember scanning the room and seeing all these art people that had this open-minded but still preconceived notion of what tattooing was all about.
We find our rhythm together and we just make our music visually.
Thank you, Paul. It's very exciting for the National Arts Club in its 106th year to be the setting tonight for this, how shall we say, novel program for us. The National Arts Club should go on record providing a pedestal for this exciting art form. We've always been exclusive to the National Arts Club by nature of our inclusivity. Seeing this in play here will be a memorable night for us, and we look forward to the human canvas returning. Thank you.
What's happening?
Okay. First 5 minutes, go ahead. Just to get you all started, you'll notice that the first session here is slightly longer than all of the other rotations. Each artist is going to try and render the entire sheet rather than put their style up in a corner. They're creating that level playing field for everybody to play on by rendering for 5 minutes. The 3-minute intervals that will occur after this first 5 minutes are extremely important to keep the artist from really tightening the screws too tight as they work. So we have 5 minutes here, and then we'll start our 3-minute shifts.
I was so delighted because I knew it was important to him. He had talked about it and how he could advance this whole tattoo industry through getting more gallery time. It's wonderful. Marjorie, the gal that connected with me, she had gotten to know Paul. So it wasn't his exterior. She saw the talent, she saw the soul of this person, and felt it certainly was positive and creative, and there was a place for it in the National Arts Club. Now, if it's the National Arts Club exclusively for this kind of person, then is it truly the National Arts Club? So I see the National Arts Club growing through this experience with Paul and his crew, because now it's all encompassing. It's not exclusive. Exclusive isn't always the best way to be. You know, having your nose up in the air, you miss a lot and you can fall flat on it.
I know very little about the tattoo community. I'm an artist, and so I can appreciate creative energy. Along those lines, I sense a real integrity here, a really strong energy, creative energy, and creating in the moment certainly lends itself to an honesty. A lot of original thought is involved, and that's a powerful thing. And you know, I think it's a great idea for kids and even art classes. I mean, I think schools should consider ideas like this, where students get together and work together on projects, literally like that, physically come together.
Yeah, it has far-reaching effects.
Absolutely.
Watching them work, they're not only creating, but they're also making creative decisions about how much influence they want to have on each canvas.
Yeah, I definitely like this here.
And that's something that collaborative process is really quite interesting. I've never seen anything like it before.
You look at it, you don't see any delineation between who drew what, and between where it started or finished. So it's sort of incredible.
I had no idea what ArtFusion was all about. But this is fantastic. I mean, we had the four guys going, or four people going, different patterns or different drawings, and everything fits right in.
The experiment, I think it's a very powerful thing.
there's no reason why something powerful can't be entertaining.
People really do enjoy watching the process of it unfold. It's not something the general public really gets the opportunity to do that often, is see pieces of art unfold from nothing, watch the process. Compound that with the fact that you're talking about, you know, multiple artists, this forced rotation thing which adds suspense and all these other elements, excitement, tension.
Do we have a round of applause for the artists?
Just say the word.
Get your face out. Now remember, we're going to try to break this bottom arc. Try to leave that.
Well, I'm just getting in shape, that's all.
Okay.
It's not the,
I'd like to come out just a little farther this way.
Keep in mind.
Thank you. Right here. Hate to yell that, you know? Well,
I can just say they were up there looking and in awe of what was going on, especially the fact that more than one person was doing it. I think they were appreciative of what was happening and wanted to learn more about it. And isn't that wonderful?
There's a different energy level. It's somewhat electric. It's hypnotic. You can't pull yourself away. There's nothing more flattering than when you approach someone and say, I've been admiring your tattoo. There's an openness with that exchange beyond anything I've ever experienced.
The moment we moved out of the conventions and into galleries, we've been approached by a few people who are historians in art and have told us what we do has never been done before. What attracted them more than what we made is how we made it. The idea behind it, which is once again a very strange concept to me, because is art visual or mental? You know, is it for the eyes or the brain?
oh man, I need to see this.
Check it out. Crazy tattoo.
We had a good debate today with a man who was an art historian for 20 years and a critic. And he was trying to tell us our place. And we disagreed with him, and it was fun. Movements are made to break the mold, and there has been many, you know. They took Picasso for an idiot, Van Gogh for a flip-out. These people started styles that were never seen before, and everybody reacted very badly. Just about every new style goes like that. Not to say that we've made something so incredibly new, but it's causing ripples, and people are standing up to question us. That's keeping my interest too. I find it very intriguing. Why this is taking off, why this is catching on, it's got a whole lot to do with what it gives people, and it's a lot more than just drawing, which we never counted on in the first place. We didn't think that it was gonna make people feel so good, and it does. It's turning into a fucking movement, you know? I mean, we've gotten support from all sides, changing attitudes, man, you know, changing minds. Would an art school pick this up? Maybe. I don't know. I wait to see. And I'd be very interested. I mean, it's gone a lot quicker than I believed it would. I enjoy the evolution of it immensely.
I'd like to see a new art movement. The Art Nouveau, the Baroque, the Renaissance, and now the Art Fusion. Why not? Why not go on a new thing?